Hey, I'm Mike Schmidt, and I live in Tucson, Arizona, and I'm the co-founder of Agency Coach and founder of AnchorWave. It's currently 7:51 a.m., and I'm heading to the coffee shop to go meet AJ. Come hop in the Jeep. I'll buy you a coffee. So one of the funny stories about this Jeep here is before I bought it, I wanted it to be a manual transmission, except for I've never driven stick shift in my entire life. And so my buddy who owned the dealership, I said, here's what I want, go find it for me. He brought it in, he signed the paperwork, I never test drove it, and here I am trying to figure out how to drive stick as I'm driving off the lot, and he's just laughing his butt off. I'm stalling and I'm trying to pull into rush hour traffic, and the regret hit me instantly, and the drive home was awful. And I'd watched like probably 100 YouTube videos before picking this thing up, thinking, okay, I got it. There's the clutch, you got to move it, you got to do the different things, and it turns out that there's no replacement for experience when it comes to certain things, and driving stick is definitely one of those. So I believe that business is a game we get to play, but more importantly, it's a game that we each get to design, and that's one of the things I love about owning a business, is that I can create it in a way that serves the kind of life that I want to live. And when I first started out, I really didn't understand that. I thought that there was a bunch of rules that I had to play by, that if I didn't play it the right way, by the way that I saw other people doing it, that I was going to fail. But what I learned is that I can start with how I want my life to be, how I want to spend my time, how I want to travel, how I want to spend time with my family, how I want to, drive a Jeep, how I want to be in a band playing trombone, which is, by the way, one of the coolest things you can do with the trombone is playing a ska band, and do that kind of stuff. And business has allowed me to have that kind of life, and that's one of the things I'm just, what I love about entrepreneurship. I do miss the old office a little bit. After the pandemic, we went fully virtual, remote team, and it was a dream of mine for a long time to kind of just, be able to work from anywhere, be in total control of my schedule, and I've really enjoyed that. But I was at a friend's office recently, and he has the whole thing decked out, and he's like a Star Wars super fan, and the whole thing feels like you're on the Death Star, and it gave me some office envy for sure, and reminded me of our old office where we really just curated a space where we were proud of it, and it was a place where our clients came and our team congregated, and we just had a lot of amazing experiences there, and I do miss it a ton at certain moments, but I'm also really grateful for where we're at now, because our reach of who we can help and impact is really just expanded, and it's something I'm grateful for that too. So in absence of a physical office where I'm around a bunch of people, I'd like to welcome you to my home away from home, my coffee shop office. Hey, what's up? So every time I come here, I say I'm going to try something different, but I just can't avoid the West Coast breakfast tacos. So good, so full now, but here we are, Friday morning, doing the thing we do every week.
We eat Fridays wide open, without any meetings, anything going on, because it's a day that Mike and I can focus on working on the business. So we like to get our day started with some coffee, get our juices flowing, and then we'll head back to the studio and work on whatever we feel excited about, whatever we feel compelled to work on.
Yeah, I think that's the spot we hiked with Steve.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it's not a big deal to get up there from here, but man, that was tough.
Yeah, that's a tough trail, but the payoff is amazing, right? You get to see all of Tucson, and it's a really cool spot. And once you get up there, it's a lot easier coming down, right?
Yeah, I think the Mike of 20 years ago would not appreciate this as much as I really do right now.
Yeah, I think for a long time we were just grinding, right? Grinding every single day and not taking time for ourselves to enjoy stuff like this.
What do you say we head back to the studio?
Let's do it.
So after the pandemic, this was the studio. Shut down the office temporarily. Worked out of here for about 1.5 years before we built the actual studio. And I love that this thing is called the Freedom Express because the amount of freedom that's come from the decision to do this, to go all in on Agency Coach, has been insane. Kind of feel like I'm on MTV Cribs. Come on in. So this is the setup that you usually see us at when we're doing our trainings, our webinars, our group coaching calls. But usually I'm over here at the desk, sitting here, get on things. If I'm doing like one-on-one calls, it'll be here. Everything in this office, in the studio, is on wheels. So this thing is constantly in change and rotation. We set up different situations, different angles for the different things we got going on, from trainings, podcasts, interviews, whatever's happening in our world. This space transforms to make it happen. So what used to be in this space right here is completely blank desert. There was nothing here, and my house was over there, and we decided to create a space that was dedicated for video production and Zoom meetings and all the things that we do inside of Agency Coach to speak to our members and the people in our world worldwide. We're really lucky to have a space where we can train all of our members across the world, a space where this guy, little office mascot, could come in and hang out. It's attached to my home, so when the kids are home from school, like, dad's at home, dad's available, dad's ready to play, ready to be with them. But at a moment's notice, I can be in here and I can be on a Zoom call with people across the world, teaching them about what's working for me and giving them the shortcuts that they need. This space is like a physical manifestation of Agency Coach. And before we divided the companies, Agency Coach was inside of AnchorWave. It was one company. Now they're separate. We still own both. Our amazing leadership team is running that agency day to day. That's allowing AJ and I to focus all of our energy inside of this business. And what's cool is I and AJ own multiple businesses now, and this has really set the platform for us to extend our reach into other opportunities, other businesses that might come down the line, and it's just a super exciting time. Let's go. So we're gearing up for our next event, and as you can see, the studio is cleared out. And thanks for hanging out with me this morning.